Hey, football fans in Houston are ready for another shot at glory as the Texans train for victory. Tonight, we learn when our major matchups will happen in the season with the official release of the dates for all 17 games. We are joined live by Jason Bristol and Matt Musil at Sports Radio 610's release party at Yellow Rose Distilling.
It looks like a good time. And guys, the anticipation for another year of Texans football is building.
Yes, no doubt. And we are waiting for two things. We are waiting for this private party to start. Yep. That's the first thing. And then, of course, we're also waiting for the schedule to drop. When did this schedule release thing become a big deal? Maybe the last 2, 3, 4 years?
Maybe before that. I remember Gary Kubiak was the head coach of the Texans. They used to have a news conference after every time it was announced. Gary would say, they're all tough. This one's tough. You would all go through. Yeah.
You're right. So they're all tough. But the most compelling game on the schedule, we don't know when yet, but it's certainly the game against the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson's return to NRG. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of reaction he gets. But then you have, let's do this, the second most compelling game in your mind. What game would that be?
Second most compelling. I think for a lot of Texans fans, they will go back out on the road this year because they have hopes of winning. And I think for a lot of Texans fans, it's going to be that game in Vegas. They're going to play the Raiders. But for me, it's always the Dallas Cowboys. That's a measuring stick kind of game for the Texans. And Texans fans they don't care if they lose 8 in a row, if they would beat the Cowboys in Dallas. And, you know, Dak Prescott and his guys expecting a lot from this season, but that's the one that is compelling to me.
Yeah, no doubt. And the Texans face a lot of really good quarterbacks this year. Mahomes, Herbert, Russell Wilson, but I'm going to say it's the Cowboys game as well. Also, when you look at this schedule, how the schedule eventually sets up, Matt, how do you think that will play ultimately when it comes to this team's win-loss record?
Well, you just mentioned the Chargers and the Chiefs. If they would play them back-to-back, that would be tough. If you throw in a Titans game in there and another tough opponent, that's the one thing the Texans don't have. They have some fine young players. They do not have the overall depth at their different positions like the top-tier teams. So that would be a factor. If you play bang, 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 4 tough teams in a row, it could really hurt.
It will be some tough sledding this year, no doubt, but the Texans, they're not in a rebuild. They're just refocusing their efforts when it comes to winning. So that's the story here as we're getting ready for this private party, the Sports Radio 610 schedule release party. Let's send it back to you.